come make sourdough buttermilk biscuits with me. In my stand mixer, I have flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, sugar, and some butter. I am going to use my stand mixer and incorporate the butter into my flour and other dry mixture. You do want to make sure that your butter is cold. You don't want to end up with greasy biscuits. So I am going to do that now. So I did mix that for about 2 minutes. Not sure if you can see it. You do want it to have a grainy or sandy texture. You do want to keep an eye on it. You don't want to over mix it. Again, if your butter gets melty, then your biscuits will end up a little bit greasy. So next what I have is buttermilk and my sourdough discard. I had just enough sourdough discard in my jar right here, so I just went ahead and added my buttermilk into it and mixed it around to kind of incorporate that so that I could pour it in. Then what I do is with my leftover buttermilk, because you end up with that half a gallon or so of buttermilk and you don't use it all at the same time, or at least I don't. I do go ahead and add it into my freezer cubes and I freeze it into the portion that I need for my biscuits. Once it's frozen, I'll transfer it to a Ziploc bag and then either leave a couple in that Ziploc bag, or I may even have some that I put in my vacuum sealer and seal up for longer term freshness if I have quite a bit. This time I did have a half a gallon, so I actually have 2 freezer cubes full of buttermilk, so that will just get put in my freezer. So I'm going to pour in my sourdough and buttermilk mixture. Make sure that I get all of that in there. And I do use my stand mixer for all of my sourdough products. My bread, my biscuits, my dinner rolls, whatever it is, I do use my stand mixer for it all and mix it right in there. Makes it a little bit easier. Once it's all the way done, I will transfer it to a bowl with a lid, and then I will leave it on my countertop. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this. I'll be right back. So that took about 2-3 minutes until it was all incorporated. It's a pretty stiff dough, not super dense, but just it's well incorporated and came together